We have been on YouTube for a year plus. We're not even 2 years old yet. So it's not 2, 3 years. We're not even 2 years old. And yeah, so Loving Everyone too is coming this October. It's not in a few days, it's in a few weeks. But it's this October, yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel good. It's just God's grace. When I joined, like you said, I joined as an actor. I used to also write scripts, but the reason why I became a director and a producer is because I would write scripts and give it to other producers. Most times I wrote scripts because I just wanted a role. So I wrote a script, I would write a script, give it to a producer and say, you know what, don't pay me for the script. Just give me a role in the film. And, as the scriptwriter, when I would watch the film after the film is released, most times I wasn't very satisfied because when I'm writing in pictures, I'm seeing what I'm writing. So I wasn't satisfied with the final result, not because the directors weren't directing it right, but because it just wasn't my vision. It wasn't what I saw when I was writing. So I thought to myself, if my scripts are going to have my DNA, then I have to direct them myself. That was when I decided I wanted to start directing. And then I went to New York Film Academy in New York, took a short course in digital filmmaking, and I came back. It took me a while to actually direct my first film because I quickly realized that I also have to produce it. I also have to fund it. And it took me a while to get money together to actually make a film. But by the time I started making a film, the film you were trying to remember that we shot some parts in Ekiti, it's called Being Mrs. Elias. That was actually my
Yeah, yeah.
first film. Yeah, that was my first film as a director. So when we made that film, it was like you said, it was a national hit. The proceeds from the film, I took it and made two films. So I took the proceeds from the film and I made the First Lady and the First Wives on Strike, right? So the rest, as they say, is history. So I just kept going, make a film after a film. I made my film. I didn't buy a house. I didn't buy a car. I just reinvested. I kept reinvesting, until where we are today. Honestly, I feel like women, maybe we feel like we have a point to prove because the truth is, when I joined, when I decided to become a director, there were no female directors. There was Amaka Igwe of blessed memory. Maybe one or two people had done one or two films, but there were no recognized female directors. So it was actually a very scary thought for me when I thought I wanted to become a director and I wanted to start making films, which also meant I was going to produce those films, right? Um, so it was very patriarchal. Nollywood, as we knew it then, was very patriarchal. It was mostly guys. Guys were the directors, the crew members, all of that, you know. So when women started to come in, after I started directing, other women, I know a few women who saw me directing and came to me and said, wow, sis, I would love to. Then, like, you can do it. If I can do it, trust me, you can do it. There's nothing to this thing. Don't Let's not make it look like it's such a big deal. You just need to get some knowledge about it and you can do it. So I encouraged a lot of women then, to actually start directing. Of course, there were women who were already producing, but a lot of women were not directing. So I think that us women came with that mindset of we have a point to prove. There are not that many of us. So when we're doing this thing, we have to do it excellently well. So for me, I can speak for myself. I have the spirit of excellence where everything I touch turns to gold. That's what I believe, right? So when I go into something, I go in with a mindset of I'm going to win. I don't have a choice. Losing is not an option. I will win. That is the only thing I'm thinking about. So I guess maybe other people think like that as well. Other women think like that as well. I made it just like every other movie. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I thought, oh, this one's going to be very special. I made it just like every other movie. But I want to say something. I want to say that time and chance happens for everyone. The one thing that you must do is show up and show up excellently every time. So when we started our YouTube channel, I said to myself, I'm used to making big screen films. I've been making movies that go to the cinema, that go to Netflix, that go to Amazon. I'm not going to come to YouTube and just do what everyone else is doing. My movies have to stand out. I don't even know how to make a bad film. Even if I tried today to make a bad film, I can't because I don't know how to do it. So I said my movies have to stand out. The sound design has to be great. The picture quality, all of those things that I'm used to, I'm still bringing it here. The fact that these movies are lower budget doesn't mean that they have to be bad. I'm not going to insult my audience intelligence and insult my intelligence as well. So what we did was our movies were always of great quality. So we're showing up every day, showing up in our excellent self. No matter the views, we were showing up. No matter how good the views were or how bad the views or whatever, we were showing up and we're showing up well. Because you don't know the day that God is going to say the set time to favor you is now. So when God says the time to favor you is now, you have to have something good. I don't know if you are Bible scholars, if you remember when Moses went to the king when he was trying to get the Israelites out. And God, what's that you have in your hand? I can use it. He had a rod. Even at the Red Sea, he just had a rod, but he had something, right? So you always have to have something. What's that you have? When it's like when God picks your call, if you know what I mean. What's that you have in your hand? You have to have something. But then God, when we had something, but we had something beautiful. We had something that showed that we were good at what we are doing. So when God said it was time to favor us, and he picked the film that we're releasing that week, it was a good film. Because guess what? We had been releasing good films back to back. So the whole thing was a misunderstanding, right? So I mean I've never like told the story and I'm not starting to tell it now. However, there was a misunderstanding with someone that we had to reach out to the person and sort it out. It wasn't there for many hours. We reached out to the person. It took us a while to actually get in touch with the person. By the time we got in touch with the person, we reached out to the person. It was sorted out in like 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding. 5 minutes after we reached out to this person, it was sorted out and the movie was back. But it took us a few hours to reach out to the person. That was just the issue. But by the time we found him and we talked, within 5 minutes the movie was back on. But for those hours that the movie was not on, it was like the worst thing ever, because suddenly it's like, what is going on? God had decided to favor you and announced this movie. It wasn't a national hit, it was an international hit. Like people from all over the world were sending messages, DMs, comments, posts. It was overwhelming. Nollywood has never seen anything like that. So you are part of Nollywood. It has never, no, there's no movie on any platform, cinema, Netflix, Amazon, call it, that has experienced that level of success in that short a time. It's the highest, it's the most watched Nigerian movie of all time in that short a time. It's amazing. So it was sorted out, and the movie came back, and God did his thing, and we're just so excited. Honestly, we are so excited. I love that. A lot of people asked for a sequel. A lot. We kept saying, oh, it can't end here. We want this sweetness. We can't get enough of them. We want this sweetness. We want this sweetness. So there was so much outcry for a sequel. And I said, you know what? If we get to 5 million views, this was when it was still less than 5 million views, I will give you guys a sequel. I will personally fly to Nigeria and shoot a sequel for you guys. And they said, hold on. And I think we got to 5 million views the next day or something like that. So I already promised. So I didn't have a choice, right? But then I am the queen of making sequels that are better than the first. I promise you and everyone listening, this one will be better than the first one. So what a lot of people don't know is that after the success of the part one, every single person that worked on that project got more money. Wow. Everybody. We called everyone, to the PAs, everybody, to the producers, everybody that worked on that project. We called every single person. In short, we didn't even call them, just sent them money. Everybody. So the actors actually got more money than even what they got when they shot the film.
Oh, okay.
So making a part two was, it was just a question of getting their everybody's what would I say, schedules to sync.
Okay.
That was it, because they know me. I'm not, see, money doesn't move me, Sharon. You know me, you know me a bit, so you might know. I'm not, I don't tie anything to money.
I agree.
So
We've had
the
money
movie made more money.
dealings.
Let's share the money. That's it. I'm very happy with that, because I feel like at this point of my career, I'm not looking for fame anymore. I'm just looking to create stars. I'm just looking to make people more, bring more people into the industry, make more people famous, give more people. My platform for me now is to shine the spotlight on other people. If not, I'll be in almost every film if I want to. It's not my film. You know what I mean? But for me, that's not it anymore. I
Oh,
just want to be that person that
okay.
is creating, other people and giving other people room to shine. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. It's not easy, obviously, because it's a lot of work. Almost everybody knows my granddaughter's voice, because I'm in meetings. Because I'm always babysitting her when I'm here. So I'm in meetings. She's shouting. She's trying to talk. She's so But the good thing about life today is people are more tolerant about things like that. You know what I mean? So, if she's making noise, I'm like, oh, that's my granddaughter. Everyone's like, oh, okay, no problem. Okay, hey, baby, how are you? Sometimes I'm in Zoom meetings. She wants to show her face, But it's beautiful. It's exciting. This is the phase that I'm in my life right now, and I absolutely love it. I take my work very seriously. No matter what phase I am in my life, my work doesn't suffer, because I am intentional about my work, right? Every single film you see on my platform, I edited every film. Every single script passes through me. I work with the script writers. We go back and forth. Sometimes we have like 5 drafts, 7 drafts, because I'm a script writer myself. So you can't, do you understand? You can't just give me anything and I'll take it. It has to be great, So that's why the movies are what they are, because all of them have my DNA.